a little bit more than if you were over the age of 13. The weirdest email, the weirdest thing that ever happened to me was this. One day, my mom sends me an email. My mom is retired. She doesn't like it when I say how old she is, but she's retired and she's older, and her life is now in front of the computer finding YouTube videos and sending me things and finding out what I'm doing and all that. My mom sends me a link to a video and says, OMG, Justin Bieber is singing your music. Okay, now, some backstory on my mom. My mom's from Cuba, and there's a little bit, there's a generation gap. My mom speaks perfect English, but there's still a little bit of like a language gap, and a lot of times emails like this will end in, oh, right? After 4 or 5 going back and forth. So my mom sends me this link, and I'm dying to find out how my mom thinks that Justin Bieber is singing one of my songs, because I hadn't heard about it, and I would imagine that I probably would have at that point. I click on the link. It's Justin Bieber at a concert in Hong Kong. He's singing with a guitar player on a stage, and girls are screaming in Chinese, like, that's not even Chinese, that's just Reddit, whatever. They were just screaming internationally. And he's playing the song with his guitar player. It's not one of mine, and all of a sudden he stops and he looks at the guitar player, and the guitar player starts playing something else. It was just like an acoustic part of the set. The guitar player starts playing these chords. And Justin starts singing this song, and as I'm watching with my wife in LA, or watching it on our iPhone, he starts singing a song that I wrote. For real. A song that I wrote with my friend Lisa Go in Nashville. I wrote this song when in my friend's kitchen over Thanksgiving weekend, realizing that I was away from home on Thanksgiving, and I didn't really plan that out super well. It just was that way, and I was kind of sad and missing home, and my then girlfriend, now wife, she'd moved to LA, and so she'd say things like, come home, come home to me. It was something that you could only say to someone that you are very close with, If I were to say, Robin, come home to me, it would be very kind of weird. Whoa. Exactly. I would do the same thing. Whoa. So it's something you can only say to someone that's very close to you, and so I thought that was a cool title, so I started writing that title. Anyways, now, I'm watching this video, and Justin is singing this song, so I have no context for it. It's the weirdest, most random thing, awesome, but very unexplainable. It was like, how did he hear it? Is he, clearly he's a fan, I guess, and how long has this been going on? How long? So I'm trying to figure it out. A week passes, watching The Biggest Loser on our laptops. We're eating ice cream. Don't judge, we really are. And Twitter runs in the background, and at a moment, it started lighting up. I mean, I was getting thousands of messages every minute. My computer couldn't even handle it, it was slowing down. And they're all these really young girls from all over the world writing me in broken Google Translate, English. And I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on, and I realized that Justin had written something to me online, and Twitter it works in the way that everyone can kind of see what you're saying. And so he was like, hey, I'm a fan of your music, I really love your stuff, I thought I would do a little recording of your song, I hope you don't mind. And meanwhile, all these girls are, hello, can you help me to meet the Bieber Justin? I love all of your song. And so him and I are writing back and forth on Twitter, and the Twitterverse is exploding, and I feel like an ant in the Bieber magnifying glass. And it was crazy, and so him and I are writing back and forth. I got 50 or 60,000 new followers just from that. It was nuts. And then a week later, I do a gig in Orange County, where I still lived, Orange County, California. And the room was about this size, maybe a little bit bigger, and it was packed full of fans, and also my family was there, and some people that I'd known for a while. And there was no place to sit, so it was all standing room only, but there was a table that was to the right of me that had an open seat, a couple seats, and I kept looking to see who's going to sit there. And this girl sits down, and I'm thinking to myself, that girl looks kind of like Selena Gomez. But I didn't think anything of it, right? And so I continued to just have the conversation I was having. Out of the corner of my eye, the girl who looks like Selena Gomez is looking and smiling at me, and I'm feeling kind of awkward, like, okay, Selena Gomez, look-alike, whoever you think you are, this is strange. And I look over and I realize that it was Selena Gomez, and she's sitting with Justin Bieber. So the two of them are like looking and smiling and waiting for me to get the fact that they're there to surprise me, that it was a thing. And I think my brain melted. I'm a grown man. I've met famous people. But my brain melted a little bit because it was so far out of the ordinary. It was so far out of real life. I didn't know if the room was in on it. I didn't know if Ashton Kutcher's going to jump out of a curtain. If balloons are going to drop from the ceiling and someone's going to show up with a giant check. What is happening? I really didn't know, so I was really confused. My parents were there. I didn't know if they knew about it. I was really weird. And I walk over to say hi to Justin and Selena. I'm like, what I actually said was, no English words, couldn't speak. And my mom saw the whole thing go down, and she smacked me on the back hard and said, so the whole room heard, Ernie, you are not a 12-year-old girl. You need to get it together. It was humbling, but it turns out that Justin Bieber has halter fever. And we performed this song together that night, and it's been really cool. It's gotten me a lot of younger fans. And you can find it on the YouTubes, us singing together, and yeah. And a very cool kid. I mean, he's like 20 now, I think, but both of them were really sweet and humble and knew a lot of my songs, and were just the same, like as any of you, like, hey man, you gotta play this song, make sure you play this song, you can't not play that song, and they were doing that to me, and it was tripping me out. And as I'm playing other songs throughout the night, I look over and I can see them singing all the words. It was really cool. So, anyways, this is the song that Justin sang, and I didn't get paid for it until 2 weeks ago. I won't divulge the details, but there's something called ASCAP, which you know much about, I'm sure. But anyways, ASCAP collects royalties for performances, like when songs are played on the radio, but they also collect money for when a song is performed live. And apparently he included it on his set list when he submitted it to ASCAP. And so we got a very nice birthday present from Justin Bieber. It's really nice. It's funny how things like come at exactly the right time. I've been working on this record for 2 months and not really doing anything else, and it was just like, here you go. It was perfect. It was great. Anyways, here's the song. It's called Come Home to Me. Come home to me, come home to me, back into my arms, home where you belong. Come home to me, come home to me. If home is where you are, then home is way too far away. TV light is blue and white, I just can't fall asleep, and I move over to the space where you should be. Even halfway seems so far, over mountains and diamond stars, and everybody has their own way home. Come home to me, come home to me, back into my arms, home where you belong. Come home to me, come home to me. Home is where you are, then home is way too far away. All my life I've dreamed of love, never thought it would hurt this much to kiss goodbye and wait for your return. I'll be strong and hold on to the picture and the thought of you getting all the love that you deserve. Come home to me, come home to me, back into my arms, home where you belong. Come home to me, come home to me. Home is where you are, then home is way too far away.